Hello from Gardening at Dwensa here in Ireland, and you're very welcome to this winter greenhouse tour. It's the first day of December today, I think, and we have a couple of things looking nice in the greenhouse today, but most importantly we have a beautiful sunny morning, so it's a super opportunity to show you around, and I don't know, let's get an idea of what's coming up next. And today's visit to the greenhouse is going to be quite a quick one because, you know, it's December. It's not a really great time of month for my kind of greenhouse. I mean, if I were to keep this heated to a 10-degree minimum, then I could grow all sorts of things out here. But the purpose of this greenhouse in winter is to just keep plants ticking over, keep them alive. It's not for them to actively grow. So with that in mind, things aren't looking their best. We do have some flowers though, and we'll be taking a little look at them in a few minutes. But so I mean, utilitarian greenhouse, but I'm so glad I have it because it's my pride and joy. And I guess the thing I really want to show you over this side of the greenhouse is the Protea, the large Protea, which is busy producing buds. So we're going to have flowering again this year, which is great, absolutely super. I love those pinkish tinges. And we have this, there's one happening up there. I wasn't sure if that was going to be a third bud or what. So yeah, 3 flowers this year. And now we're just moving past the tree ferns and over here past the orchid table with the cymbidiums that I repotted not very long ago. And I just want to show you on this lower shelf here my dahlias. So the dahlias were lifted later than usual. I think it was actually the 28th of November that these got taken up this year, which is a record low for me. And now they're kind of drying out in preparation for winter storage. I had thought to make a dahlia dividing video, but we'll see if time allows and if there's the interest there. My epiphyllum corner is looking really good, and these plants are all being kept bone dry through the winter. This is my Pelargonium corner, and these guys were all cut back for winter, but they're regrowing very nicely now. And just below them I want to show you this Geranium maderense, which of course is geranium from Madeira Island, a monocarpic one, so when it actually flowers it will die, but it's a beautiful, beautiful plant, and in time it produces a really interesting gnarly trunk, which is actually hard to see right here at the moment. But I'm keeping this like watered, I mean not drippy watery, but when the soil dries out I'm giving it a little bit of water, and it seems to be doing really well this year. And on this shelf here we have various things ticking over. We've actually missed the nerine display. These ones still look reasonably good, but as you can see they're beginning to go over. And down below them we have, oh yeah, the succulent in bloom. It's an Echeveria, and it's sending up this flower spike. And there's the flower spike. This is the first time this one has flowered for me, I believe, so I'm looking forward to the flowers, looking really nice. And then just beyond it here on the shelf we have a Crassula that's, well, it was in full flower not very long ago, just beginning to go over now, but it has the most glorious orange flowers. Aren't they absolutely fantastic? A real drop of sunshine. Just up from the Crassula we have the Veltheimia, which has now produced its spikes. And as you can see we have 4 spikes, so that'll mean 4 spires of pink flowers before very long. That's the most I've ever had from this plant, which was originally, of course, just one juvenile bud. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Down here on the lower shelving, my crocuses in these cute little pots are coming up, looking very well. Although I do seem to have some little critter in the greenhouse which has a penchant for scilla, because it's nibbled the tops off my scilla, which is a shame. I need to do something about that. But that seems to be the only damage so far. On this shelving, of course, we have a number of Codex plants, and Codex plants are these wonderful things with a structure that sits proud of the soil. Now this one, the Sinningia, is going dormant at the moment, so that's why the leaves are drooping and about to drop, and that's okay because that's what this plant does in winter. Now we're looking here at an Albuca bulb, which is going to flower. Again, another Codex plant. And just over from it we have my Pelargonium, cotyledonis. And who can forget the enormous selection of different cotyledonis they had at Kew Gardens in that video I was just mentioning. It was absolutely breathtaking. And moving up a bit, we can see how we have missed the flower on my Faucaria. It's a lovely structural plant, and it produces a really vibrant yellow daisy-like flower, which didn't quite open fully this year. Perhaps it got underwatered, perhaps it got cold too soon, who knows. But the plant seems okay and seems good to go. In this corner over here we have my Brugmansia, and this is the final Brugmansia that I have in my collection. I have gotten rid of all of the others, but this one is planted in the border in the greenhouse, and it is in flower, as we can see from various of these orange funnels, and it also has a lot of blooms that are coming on their way, so really look forward to this. And here on the table at the front I have a lot of aeoniums. Now these aeoniums have been lifted for winter storage, obviously, and what I've done is I've actually cut off a load of the stems and just plunged them in some dry compost, which you can see down there, because twisted stems I don't need, but I do need these flower heads for next year, and they're in a crate which I've just lined with paper and then filled with compost. And down below we have some more which I've done the same thing with essentially, but these have no compost, and actually they might just root like that. I'll keep an eye on them. If they start to dry out too much, I may actually do the same thing with these crates and just put some compost in paper at the end, and then I'll just have them for planting out next year. The winter planter is still going strong, and this is the one I put in with the violas. Look at those sweet, sweet little faces. Really pretty. And the fern behind, and it's doing really quite well. But what we have directly above from it is this gorgeous chrysanthemum, and this is the one you saw me buying at Tatton Park in that video I made earlier on in the year. It's a Japanese style chrysanthemum called Lava, and it's a fantasy type, I believe. It's not open fully, so I hope that we will come back soon and see it in its full glory, and if not, then I'll put a photograph up on the community page here on YouTube, and I know many of you have a look at that page on a regular basis because I do post interesting photos there. Now this is meant to be much fuller and much more glorious, and you'll see when it comes about. I love how this Echeveria elegans looks at the moment, with the outer petals or the outer leaves just kind of coming away ever so slightly from the centre. Such a wonderful pattern, real Fibonacci sequence in action. Look at it. There's a slight discoloration with the outer petals. I don't know if that's normal, but I think it's really attractive. I'm so glad I have this one. Great addition to the collection. And here on the lower shelving we have some of my seedlings. Now it has been very, very wet and very damp this year, and the result of it is that these foxglove seedlings are getting a lot of dampening off, which is unfortunate. These ones seem to be doing okay, and those ones there. But yeah, it's one of those things that happen, and what can you do about it? Here are a couple of those ferns as well. That's the bulbiferum, Asplenium bulbiferum, the one with the gorgeous black stems. Looking really good at the moment. Okay, so I guess that was my greenhouse tour for winter, which I hope you enjoyed. And if there were some plants that you would have liked me to mention that I didn't, please do mention that down below so that I will do next time round. I hope that if you're in the temperate zone like me, that you've lifted all your tenders now at this stage. And I hope that you're finished in the garden for the winter, because it's nice to have a rest period and to move indoors and just not think about that kind of thing anymore. So yeah, I hope that's your bag at the moment. And thank you for checking in on me and how I'm doing here in the greenhouse. And so with goodbye also from Boo Boo, and happy Christmas shopping, I guess, at this stage. See you again in the next video.